Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Battlefield 6 is getting more and more good news seemingly by the day right now. We've got different updates going out for various different bugs and glitches. They actually just dropped the stability update earlier on today at the time that I'm recording this, and it seems the Javelin Anti Cheat so far this year is already going pretty hard towards some specific cheats in game, which is fantastic news and very refreshing to see that it is going so well so early on. Now, I myself, I can say just based off of my gameplay experience so far, have only run into in about 30 plus hours of playing 1 to 2 players that I thought were a little bit weird but couldn't even confirm were actually like hard cheating using aimbot or wall hacks or anything. I feel like we haven't seen any ridiculous clips going around like back during the beta where people were using some pretty extreme cheats and very blatant and obvious cheats, which is phenomenal news just again based off of my experience so far. But it gets even better. In addition to essentially seeing no real confirmed cheaters in the gameplay experience for Battlefield 6 so far, we also just got this news, which I think is fantastic. Battlefield 6 cheaters are in panic as a ban wave has already struck. And this is in regards to something that is incredibly obnoxious to run into: Cronus users, people who refuse to just learn some recoil patterns. And this is actually attacking Cronus, which is huge, or all these third-party hardware applications, which is awesome. So as we go through this article, they say Battlefield 6 players are claiming that Cronus Zen users are being banned for using aim assist cheats, and the cheat sellers are scrambling. You absolutely love to see it. Over the last few years, as crossplay between keyboard and mouse and controllers increased, there's been a whole lot of issues with cheating. Some are more obvious than others, like for instance the wall hacks, the aimbot, so on and so forth. There's also been the ongoing conversations around things like Cronus Zens, which for whatever reason are like officially sold in GameStops. I'll never understand that. Call of Duty has cracked down on Cronus and Zim users, adding recognition of them to their Ricochet anti-cheat, and now it seems Battlefield 6 has followed that playbook, and seemingly Battlefield 6 is doing more already than what we've seen in COD. There were detections for Warzone and whatnot previously, and people would get warning messages, hey, stop using this, or you've got third-party detected or whatever. Battlefield 6 is going all out on this. This goes on to say, on October 13th, Battlefield 6 players were delighted as an apparent ban message from EA started to do the rounds on social media. The legitimacy of the message can't be verified as there are some weird inconsistencies, like the H button is in the bottom right to accept things, but this hasn't stopped players from celebrating that apparent crackdown on Cronus end users. So this is the image that's been going around. As mentioned, there's like this weird H to select confirm one there, but this basically would say your Battlefield 6 account's been disabled. Cronus Zen activity on this account has violated the user agreement where you've permanently been blocked or banned from this product. But regardless of the legitimacy of this, there are other legitimate things going on as well. Cronus script provider urges pause over apparent bans. Script providers have reacted to this, encouraging Cronus users to pause the usage of their devices until things can be updated. The person who's behind some of this stuff basically saying, we're advising Battlefield 6 players with the Zen to stop using them. So Battlefield actually is going through and shutting down these scripts, detecting this hardware, and actually straight up banning players for using these cheats, which is phenomenal news, because cheating at the end of the day is cheating, whether it is aim assist scripts or no recoil scripts or wall hacks or aimbots. It's all cheating, and this has been an issue that's gone largely untouched, it seems like, in games like Call of Duty. Fortnite's done some things, especially when it comes to Cronus and whatnot, for blocking third-party hardware. Ultimately, nothing's ever going to be 100% effective these days when it comes to stopping cheaters fully, just because of the tech advancing so much, AI and everything going on there. Like, if someone's super dedicated to trying to be a loser and cheat, they're eventually probably going to get through. It's just a matter of how quickly can these games react. Is it a situation of it's been years in COD and it doesn't seem like much has changed, or you know, just a week into Battlefield 6 we're already seeing direct impacts on one of the more common cheats out there, which is phenomenal to see. And that's not all that's going on with you know, users of these cheats panicking, and they're being you know, much more concerned from that side of things as to how Battlefield 6 is actually combating these cheats and these exploits here. And by the way, as we're going through all the various details here today. If you guys enjoy the video, you're happy about the good news here, do me a favor, drop a like. It's always seriously appreciated. And of course, if you are new to the channel, which a lot of you guys have been tuning in for the very first time here since the release of Battlefield, I truly do appreciate all the love. If you guys want to stay in the know for everything going on in Battlefield, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I got you covered with the latest news, updates, leaks, rumors, tips, and guides for stuff in game. It's all right here. And of course, we're getting closer and closer to reaching 1 million subscribers. This also goes on to say that some people have received temporary bans for using a Cronus. Someone saying, watch out for when you play Battlefield 6. I got suspended for 3 days for using the Cronus. It played fine yesterday, so they're actually detecting this stuff pretty frequently. And then there was also this post on Twitter breaking. According to various Discord chats, Battlefield's anti-cheat has detected Cronus Zen users in game and began issuing suspensions. Zen remains undetected in Call of Duty, even in the Black Ops 7 beta. So they're actually in their Discords all scrambling going, I thought I could just cheat openly and freely and not get in trouble. But lo and behold, Battlefield's anti-cheat Javelin taking things a little bit more seriously, which is fantastic to see. Some of the comments, the anti-cheat is working. The amount of satisfaction I felt after reading this is high. As noted, it remains to be seen if this apparent ban wave is fully verified, but based off of all the users for Cronuses and for Zen's kind of panicking here, the creators basically saying, in the script creators basically saying, hey, stop using them because they could get detected, is phenomenal news, especially considering that this is just the beginning of stuff for the Javelin anti-cheat. Obviously, we're only a week into the game and it got to learn some throughout the beta as well. But if this is just the start of what it's able to learn and detect, that hopefully is really, really good news for the long term here. Obviously, cheating being such a prominent thing across all multiplayer games at this point, COD, Fortnite, Apex, Battlefield, like you name it, all these games have cheaters. 2K, Madden even have cheaters. Like, it's absurd how many dorks are out there because they're not good at video games, have to resort to cheating. But this hopefully is going to set things up very well for the future, especially when the Javelin anti-cheat's really going to be tested, presumably here in just a few weeks' time when the Season 1 update happens and the Battle Royale drops. If you're unaware, that's rumored to be coming out on the 28th of October, and the Battle Royale will be free to play. And obviously, when a game costs 60, 70, 80, 90, $100+ like the premium versions of Battlefield could, then that's obviously a bit of a deterrent for cheaters to begin with. They're not going to spend $100 on the Phantom Edition to then try and cheat, and if they get banned, well, there goes that $100. Now, I don't even know why you'd spend money on cheats. That could be used in so many better things, like, you know, a Wendy's 4 for 4 or whatever that deal is these days, right? But with this, the anti-cheat is going to be way more tested when that free-to-play Battle Royale drops, because there is no longer that entry barrier, that deterrent of that $60 or $70 price tag, that Phantom Edition price tag. It's free, so anyone can quickly access it, quickly get on the game, and that's where you see this major influx of cheaters all flooding in, like we've seen with plenty of other free-to-play games out there. And again, people will slip through. There ultimately will probably be cheaters on the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale pretty early on. It's going to be a matter of how quick can Battlefield, how quick can EA and the Javelin anti-cheat respond, adapt to those cheats, get them out of there temporarily, and then hopefully continue to monitor them so that when the cheat developers update their stuff, they're right on top of it again, and Javelin updates, and then the cheat developers will update again, and then Javelin will update again. And just like in COD with Ricochet and everything that's been going on there for the past half decade, it's a cat and mouse game, but it's a matter of how fast are you in this cat and mouse game. And Battlefield so far is definitely, you know, sprinting a pretty solid 40-yard dash time, I would say. They're pretty quick so far in these reactions, it would seem, based off of this news, which is really, really fun, really refreshing, and very, very good news to hear all around. That being said, that is going to wrap things up for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, you want to ensure that you are always up to date with all things going on in the world of Battlefield, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.